Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another Fill Me In General Energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can apply at any time that you find it. It is a timeless reading. It can resonate with you for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But it is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you'd like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can go ahead and click on the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages at this time. Okay, the first message I heard is where there's smoke, there's fire. So I feel like there's something going on, or there's something you're suspecting is going on, but you're not quite sure if that's exactly what's happening. But I feel like you're going to get some clarity. Things are going to be cleared up, and you're going to find out that what you suspected is actually what's going on. It's like your intuition at this time is very heightened for some reason. And so I feel like you're suspecting something before anybody else does. It's like you might even be the only person who suspects that this is going on. You might have even made mention to someone like, hey, do you think, like, kind of posed as a question, like, do you think blase that's happening, or this person, whatever the situation is, and the person's like, no, I don't. Like, you might even ask, like, do you see anything suspicious, or do you see what I see? And just like, no, I don't see that. Like, you might even say, am I reaching, or does this look suspect, or does this feel different? And they're just like, no, I don't see anything. So it's like you might be the only person to pick up on this. And I feel like I'm hearing is driving you crazy, because you're just like, it's almost like your intuition keeps telling you that this is what it is, like this is the case, this is what's going on. But because you don't have any validation outside of that, like anybody else to share and what you feel, you're just kind of like, well, maybe I'm just like overthinking, like maybe I'm reaching. But the reality is, like, you're more in tune with the situation than everybody else is. You're the first one to pick up on it, because I feel like you're more closely connected to it for some reason. You're meant to know this first, and everybody else would catch up later. So, yeah, you're going to be finding out something at this time that you've been suspicious about, that you've been suspecting is the case. And once you get that clarity, I feel like it's going to, I'm hearing, give you pause. Like, you're going to, I'm hearing, like, make sure you do everything right. So I feel like whatever this is, it makes you straighten up in some way, like some aspect of your life. And you're just like, wait, like once you find out or get the confirmation or the situation, you're like, okay, you pause a little bit, you think about, like, you come to grips with what it actually is, the fact that you've been right, and what you've been suspecting is what it has been all along. But then when to actually have the confirmation in your face, it's like it gives you pause, and then you're just like, oh, okay. And then once you pause, once you're done with that pause, you get into the thinking of like, okay, but what, like, have I been doing everything right? Like, have I been, it's like you want to make sure that you've been walking a straight line in this situation. I don't know what this situation is, but you're like, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do, and that I'm going to be in a great position, or I'm not going to fail at this, or whatever the case is. You want to make sure that you're giving this all you got, or you're putting your best foot forward in this situation. I feel like for some of you, whatever you're getting confirmation of, I feel like it could be something that you deem precious to you. And so that's why you want to make sure that you're handling it with the greatest of care. Okay, I'm getting 9 months. Okay, I'm honestly getting pregnancy here. It doesn't have to be, but this is the message that's coming in right now. I feel like some of you might be finding out that you're pregnant, and that could have been the thing that you've been suspecting for a while, but you weren't sure. It could be that you were still having your period or something that resembled a period, and so you were just like, okay, I'm seeing my period, but I feel like my body feels different, like everything is changing, and yeah, I feel like you were questioning yourself, but all the while, it's like deep inside, you knew you were. And so I feel like when you finally miss your period, which I feel like is going to be happening soon, that's when you're really going to know. And it's like confirmed to you that you're actually pregnant. But I feel like up until now, it's only been a suspicion rather than confirmation. And it's something about knowing for sure versus you just suspecting that makes a huge difference to you. So it's like all of a sudden, when you find out for sure that you are pregnant, it's like everything kicks into high gear. Like the pregnancy symptoms pick up, or like you could have already been feeling them on some low level, like on a little level. But I feel like now that you know, it's just kind of like, it's like your body reacts to that. Like, okay, now you know we're pregnant, so your body's like, now I'm gonna act pregnant. It's just, that's what I'm picking up. But if it's not pregnancy, I just feel like whatever the situation is that you're getting confirmed for you, it's like all of a sudden the burden or the responsibility of knowing now becomes very heavy for you. And it's almost like you kind of wish you didn't know because things felt a lot lighter and easier before you actually knew, before you got the confirmation. But now this confirmation is here, he's like, you can't take it back. So you're making the best of the situation, whatever it is. But you're like, okay. And just as you get the confirmation, I feel like um, I'm getting like one person in particular, like maybe it's one of those people that you asked before, like, do you feel like, you kind of question and pick their brain to figure out if they were picking up, were you picking up the vibes that you were picking up about this situation? But they're like, nah. I feel like one of those people, they're gonna be in the know along with you. Because I'm getting like, as you get confirmation, this person might be finding out as well. Like either you're going to be letting them know or they're going to somehow be privy to the same information around the same time as you. And it's just kind of like it it piques their attention. So before they weren't really paying that much attention to the situation before, but all of a sudden now that they know for certain, it's like they're being extra vigilant. Like their eyes are glued to this situation. If it is like a case of like a pregnancy, it's like now they're paying a lot more attention to you. They might be even a great help to you to make sure that you're taken care of and you have everything you need. Um, because at first it's like they weren't taking it seriously. If you did come to them like, I think I might be pregnant, and just like, nah, you're fine, you look fine, it just, then all of a sudden you get confirmation that you are, and just like, oh shoot, you really are. Okay, let's calm down here and make sure that we have everything together, make sure that you're eating correctly, make sure that you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. And yeah, I keep hearing clear, like it's everything becomes clear to you now. And I feel like it also while it gives you more responsibility, and in some cases it becomes more of a burden for you to know for sure about whatever the situation is. I feel like it also at the same time gives you peace because I'm hearing you find out that you're not crazy. And although you were the only one who was sensing this or the only one who was seeing this, like your intuition was telling you this was the case, you're like, I just feel like the whole time you were just like, "Ugh, like maybe I am crazy. Maybe I am reaching. Maybe that's not what it is. Maybe this is all in my head." But then you finally get that peace you've been looking for. Like this confirmation gives you peace, although it gives you more responsibility and or burden. You're just like, okay, at least I know now. At least I know I'm not crazy, so I can just rest in this and move forward with this situation with what I know, because it's clear now that this is what it's been. And I hear like you got a long way to go. So, whatever the situation is, whether it be a pregnancy or anything else, I just feel like there are stages to go with this situation that you've gotten clarity about. It's the beginning. And so it's like you're just preparing yourself for those stages, especially if this is a pregnancy. It's like you know that you have 9 months ahead of you, 10 really, and you're just like, I'm just gonna go ahead. Like, I'm gonna do the best I can to make sure that I get through these stages successfully. The one thing you don't want to do is I'm hearing cause too much of a stir or cause too much controversy. So, whatever it is you're finding out, like I said, it doesn't have to be a pregnancy. It might have to do with like a situation outside of you, but it's also close to you. Like it could be a situation between two people. You find out something that's going on between them that they have been very tight lipped about. And like you've been suspecting that something was going on, and then you finally get clarity. And I don't feel like these people tell you. I feel like somehow you witness something, or these people, or you overhear something, and then you know, and then they find out that you know, and they're just like, don't tell anybody. It's like you're just like it's like they swear you to secrecy, and you're just like, okay, like you're holding yourself to that oath that you're gonna maintain this secret. But now that you know, and maybe nobody else outside of the three of you know, or however many people are involved, it's like I'm hearing infighting. Like, yeah, you might be like a witness to some fighting or some serious disagreements, and you have to like referee. But it's like at the same time, you're trying to make sure that this doesn't get out to anybody outside of the know. So you're like, okay, calm down. It's like you're making sure that tempers don't run hot, that everybody just thinks logically, because this is not everybody's business. This is not something that everybody knows or should know. So you're like, let's just keep it to a minimum. Let's not talk about it too much. Let's not cause a scene so that we don't draw attention to us. And the same thing with the pregnancy. You might not want a lot of people to know. You might not want to, maybe something about the pregnancy is controversial. Maybe who, I'm getting something about like maybe who you're having the baby from could cause some kind of stir or controversy. So you're just like, okay, let's just keep it on the low. It's like whatever this is you're finding out, it's like you find out and then you keep it a secret, or you're keeping it a secret with like one or a few other people outside of yourself. It's like just that little bubble of people. No, and that bubble includes yourself. And so yeah, because I just feel like you don't want to attract attention. Like it's just something about more, if more people knew outside of the people who know, I feel like it would cause controversy. It would cause too much of a stir. It would just be um I'm hearing it would become a spectacle, and you don't want that. I feel like it's something about this situation. You're like, you want to keep it as quiet and as peaceful, as um secret as possible. I feel like it's almost like the situation requires it to be a secret, like to be something that is little known. Yeah, if you have too many eyes, it's like this situation doesn't need a lot of eyes peeking in. Just the eyes that are involved. Anybody else, they don't need to know. Because I just feel like it would just be too, it would become, number one, it would stress you out, especially if this is a pregnancy. I feel like if too many people knew about this, it was like you would become a spectacle. You would become the talk of the town, like the gossip of the circles. And like it will not only be contained to those people, like some of these people might even confront you and say nasty things to or about you. So it's like, to protect your peace, you just need to just limit. And I really feel like maybe only one person or like two other people outside of yourself is going to know this, and you all are going to swear to not let this get out. Yeah, it's like for some reason this can't come to light yet. Whatever the situation is, it needs to be a secret for now. And so, and I think that's one of the main reasons why you were one of the only people to suspect that this is going on in the beginning, because it is such a secrecy around it. It's meant to be that way. For whatever reason, it's like this can't be known right now. So when you do get that confirmation, it's like that secrecy needs to be maintained. And whoever is let in on that secret, they too have to be sworn to an oath of keeping this a secret. Because it's like, I don't even feel like this is a personal decision of like you just don't want anybody to know, or whoever is involved doesn't want people to know. I feel like not many people can know. Like you almost, if it wasn't directly affecting you, like you wouldn't even be knowing this. But it's like whoever has to be involved, whoever has to be around, whoever has to bear witness to this, like they're going to know. And they're going to have to keep their mouth shut about this. It's almost like I'm hearing like God force around this. It's like God is forcing everybody involved to keep it a secret. So yeah, it's like it's not time yet. There is gonna come a time when other people can be let in on this, but for now it's like, and this could even be like a project that you all are working on, and like this idea is just like monumental. Like this idea is going to make you all very rich, and like you can't let it slip what the idea is, because you don't want to risk anybody, and not even like want to, like God might be telling you this could have been a divinely inspired idea that you or a small group of people were given, and like you all were destined to work on this and complete this, see this through to fruition. But until that, you get to the step where everything is finalized and it's about ready to be produced for everybody to see. Until it reaches that point, it's like nobody can know, because God is kind of like, well, God is telling you all, or He somehow informed you all that you need to keep this among you, because if the idea were to slip out to other people, somebody might steal it. I feel like there's some kind of lurking, like there's a bad energy lurking around this circle of people who are in the know, just waiting, like they're like this bad, it's almost like enemy devil energy working through someone or some people, and they're just kind of lurking around this circle, but all they hear is like they just hear whispering, but they can't really make out what's being said amongst this circle. But they're like, leaning in and just circling this circle. They're circling people. They're trying to figure out like if they can find any kind of mole in this circle to tell them what's going on. But they know something is there. They know it's something very beneficial here. And so they're like the devil or enemy energy is working through these people to like get them to find out what it is. So God is like telling you to protect this with everything that you have. I feel like every single person who's let in on this is going to be sworn to secrecy almost through a divine oath. It's not even like a person or humanly thing. Like you all might, somebody might let you in on something to say you have to swear not to say anything, but like outside of them telling you that, God is going to come to you in some way, shape, or form and inform you that you need to be quiet about this. You don't need to say anything. And even if this is a pregnancy, something about this baby doesn't need to be known yet. Like this baby, I feel like has some kind of special purpose here. And it's like if anybody were to know before the pregnancy progresses to a certain point where God feels it's safe for this child's existence to be known, before it reaches that point, it's like it could be harmful to this child. Like it, and it could be even be like the mother, like the mother could be poisoned, not physically, but like her mind could be poisoned. She could be exposed to things that could in turn affect her baby. Like whatever purpose the baby is here, the mother needs to maintain a certain level of like health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And this environment that God curated for her with these particular people ensures that safety for the mother and child. So, but any other circumstances or people affecting that could could be allowing the could be allowing the opportunity for that mother's mind or her being in some way to be poisoned, which in turn would poison the child, and then in turn would affect the child's purpose, like the way they come into the world and what they do, how they do it. It's like you this is why everything needs to be super protected. There's a divine protection around whatever the situation is, a pregnancy, a project, some kind of other situation that's involving a small group of people. Nobody outside of that group needs to know this. Like, you really have to take that seriously, because I do feel that if it slips, you could be endangering not only yourself but everybody involved. And not only that, I feel like this could be something like, if it's a project, for instance, this could be a life-changing project idea that could be benefiting several people in the like thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the world. Like, this could be a life changing idea or project. And so this needs to be protected like an infant, you know, in the womb. It needs to be handled with a certain amount of care until it's ready to see fruition. And until that happens, it's like you need to make sure it's protected so that it's not, what do you call it? I'm hearing corroded, but that's not the word I want to say. So that it's not, oh my gosh, what is the word? That is not, um, I hate when I channel sometimes. I can't think of the simplest words. Corrupted. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like you have to make sure this is protected. Whatever this is being protected. It needs to be protected from corruption. Anybody outside of this who may get hold of this, may have access to this, could have the chance to corrupt whatever this is. So that's why the secrecy is so important here. So yeah, take that however it resonates for you. But yeah, definitely take that secrecy very seriously, because it is divine. It is not something that people just want to be secret for no reason. Like, God is insisting that everybody involved keeps this a secret, and it's to avoid any kind of corruption to whatever this is. Because whatever this is that is cooking, that is developing, it is going to in turn be beneficial or helpful to hundreds of thousands of people in the future. So the enemy energy circling around this group of people, trying to find out what's going on, they can feel that is something here that they need to get rid of, they need to corrupt, that they need to like harm before it's out into the world. So that's why like all they can hear is like, all the devil can hear is just like whispering energy. And like I said, he's not coming as just like a spirit. It's like he's literally sending, the devil's literally sending people around to try to get information out of you all. And you just have to make sure that you don't share it under any circumstances, because the minute the enemy gets a hold of this information, they're going to do everything they can to corrupt this energy, corrupt this development, so that it does not help, does not become what it's supposed to be, which I said is supposed to be something that ends up being a benefit to hundreds of thousands of people in the world. So yeah, that's how big this is. You're a part of something huge. I'm hearing legacy. You're going to leave a huge legacy behind with this. So you have to make sure you protect it, handle it with care. Extreme care. This is like the type of package that you say like like the big plastic words on a package just filled with like crystal or like very fragile glass, like fragile, just on a package. You know to handle that with extreme care. That's what this is. This package is something that's needing to be handled with extreme care, and it needs to be kept extremely secret amongst the people that need to know. That's it, nobody else. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this filmy and general energy reading. Again, if you like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can check out the venue links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And I'll be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.